Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Thursday, September 3rd, 2015. Traders, how's it going? Coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, bright blue sunny skies, and it looks like some white sandy beaches. Absolutely nice and cool this morning. It's a little early this morning. I started preparing this about 8 o'clock a.m. Thailand time. So it was really nice and cool, but the sun is coming out and it's starting to cook a little bit. But looking for an exciting day today. And trading, there is some issues though. We'll talk about that during news and commentary. Traders, always remember this is brought to you by FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Great website. Come check it out. I think it's worth your time. Just let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilda. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in 2006, 2008. Retired from a 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders came to Thailand 9 days later for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my career. Well, it's 8 years later, and I'm still in Thailand and just absolutely loving it. The time zone is great for trading Forex. I can trade all 3 sessions. I have to tell you, the New York session, I only get about 3 hours in, and it gets up to about 11 o'clock. And no, I don't stay in front of my computers from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. I do take some breaks, a couple hours here, a couple hours there, so I'm not in front of them the whole time. Traders, my object is to watch fundamentals and watch technicals. I read chart patterns, candlestick patterns, all looking for probabilities for opportunities to take trades that will benefit me to win my trades. All right, enough about that. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way. Let's get to some charts. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head on over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at the indices. Looks like the U.S. had a green day. I did watch the U.S. Open on one of those financial channels. One of those things, the financial channels. But anyhow, it looks like they had an up day. The U.S. 30 closed at 1.82%. The S&P 500 closed at 1.83% in the green. The NASDAQ in the green at 2.46%. Small cap 2000 closed up 1.53 in the green. So the U.S. had quite a nice up day. Let's go over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed in the green at 0.32%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed positive 0.41%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed 0.30%. The Eurostoxx 50 closed 0.32%. Traders, let's come on over to Asia, see what's going on my side of the world. Remember, these countries are currently trading. Okay, the Nikkei 225 is up 1.06%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 0.71%. That's because they just had a data release for retail sales. That was negative. It was bad. It was negative 0.1, and they were expecting 0.4. However, their trade balance was positive at negative 2.46, and they were expecting negative 3.10. So some mixed news events. However, the Aussie did drop about 20 to 25 pips, and it's already pulling back to where it started from. Shanghai is closed today due to holiday, today and tomorrow. The Hang Seng is flat, zeros all across the board. And the Kospi out of Seoul is positive 0.48%. All right, let's head over and take a look at our economic calendar today. So, China's on a bank holiday for today and tomorrow, so we won't hear from them till Monday. That might be a good thing. I talked to you just now about the Aussie. We have a lot of PMIs coming out today. Spanish, Italian, French, German. So and the euro. We all have PMIs come out today. High impact is the Great British Pound has services PMI, and that's a high impact data release. However, the New York session is filled with high impact data releases, as we have our minimum bid rate out of the euro. The CAD has trade balance. We have an ECB press conference. The U.S. has trade balance and unemployment claims. And then it has ISM, non-manufacturing PMI. So quite a busy trading day today in the New York session. However, I think I would assume we're going to probably get a move with the pound, with services PMI, especially if it comes out bad. They're expecting 57.6, and previous was 57.4. We might get some movement from that. These PMIs are all low impact events, so the New York session is really the session to watch for. I think we're going to find that come London lunch, everything's going to clam up and nothing's going to happen. I'm hoping to have a good trading day and to get into some trades. Maybe we need to get into the trades a little bit early today as we go through the charts. Look at maybe getting into these trades now, and I'll point that out to you which ones I think we should get into in the Asia session. Like if the euro pulls back, jump in and get into it before London, and see if we can, make some pips before this all this news comes out. Because it's going to slow down come London lunch. London lunch, after that, there's going to be nothing going on, if not before. So it's going to get very, very quiet. All right, folks, let's take a look at some 30 minutes Forex charts. We have 6 pairs to look at as usual, our normal 6 pairs. So let's start with the euro dollar. Each candle on the chart, my friends, is 30 minutes in duration. So you're probably saying to me, why am I taking this to the upside? Well, because I think it's going to go up. I think the dollar is going to be weak today during our trading sessions. I think New York, the dollar will get strong again, but I think for now, this looks like this. Nope, there's a mistake on this chart. I apologize, traders. That should be a down arrow. That should be a down arrow. Sorry, I was reading off of notes and I was reading the wrong page. That's a down arrow. Sorry, that's the S1 pivot on this euro at 1.1234. That should be a down arrow. So we want to pull back to the S1 pivot and also our resistance line, that yellow line that's done by an EA. We'll take this down to the S2 pivot at 11.99. So this is a bearish trade. That should be a down arrow. My mistake. My mistake. Okay, here we go. This is the one I was thinking about, and that is the pound dollar. This one this is a nice bounce off the daily pivot. I'd love to see this come up to the daily R1 at 1.5327. And we can take this down anywhere in that area, that zone, get a bearish candlestick formation. Let's take this back down, all the way back down to 52.70. As long as this pound's going to stay bearish, let's take advantage of it. And it's been moving bearish every day. Our trade plans have been working, so let's do it. And we'll just take this down. Only thing we have to watch for is this daily pivot. This daily pivot has a lot of Forex junk to the left of it. It's got a lot of candle, and it's reacted to that price level a lot. So you might have to get out of the trade at that point, which is probably only going to give you about 20 pips. But it's better 20 pips than no pips, right? If it breaks the daily pivot, man, ride this thing all the way down to the next support level of, like I said, that support 1 pivot at 52.70. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. As you know, I do not want to buy the Aussie dollar. I want to sell it. So this came down after the news event, came down to this daily pivot point, and is now it's working its way back up already. It moved about 20 pips. So we want to, as soon as you see a bearish candlestick formation, so if you get a continuation of this news trade, and you get another red candle, that can be an entry, and you can take that now. there's no reason to wait for the London Open, right? Just take it. We only want to sell the Aussie. You know, depending on your risk management and you know, your money management situation, you know, I just put my stop, and you know I don't talk about stops, but put the stop above the R1 and then just let this thing go down. If it gets above and closes above that yellow resistance line, just get out of the trade. That's simple. I wouldn't wait for it to get all the way back up to the R1 before I got out of the trade. If it closes above that resistance line, you're out of the trade. But if we get a continuation, which you should have a red candle on your charts now, and you get a continuation, just take the trade and get in it. And worry about that daily pivot when you get to it. You should be break even by then, you know, plus 3 or 4 pips to cover your expenses, spread, and all that stuff. Here's a Euro Aussie. This is an up move. This pair is very bullish. Believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe here, but it is bullish. So what we want to hear is we want to take this to the upside, and what I did was I placed a trend line here. Really, the trend line is not part of the trade, though, but basically what I'm saying is this is an entry now trade. Here's another entry now trade. If you get a bearish engulfing candle now, just get into this trade. Stick your stop right below the S1 pivot and let this baby go to town, or right below the trend line. If this trade goes below the trend line and closes, get out of the trade. You're done. You're out of the trade. And you'll have to do a new trade plan. If it doesn't, and you get into the trade, and it gets past that resistance line, that yellow line, which is our indicator, right? Comes from an indicator that's on the chart. And then we're going to fight the daily pivot. You know, you're going to get some bounces there. And then we want to take this up to R1, right? We want to take this all the way back up again. So the Aussie is really weak, and the Euro is stronger than the Aussie. So there's no reason that this trade can't work. So I'm looking forward to this one. All right, let's look at the Euro Yen, which is bearish, of course. It's popping in and out of here at this daily pivot point. It won't do anything. It's actually sideways. I wouldn't expect anything to see here until the European Open. I'd love to get it at 35.10, and we'll just take this down to 134.75. It's a 35 pip trade. I would wait for the London Open on this. I wouldn't do anything until you got a close below that daily pivot point. This thing can turn around and go back up again. Who knows? Doesn't look like it to me, though. So, but who am I? I don't run the markets. The market does what it wants. I'd rather take this to the downside than to the upside. The trend is bearish, so we want to take this to the downside. And it's just sitting here. So let's see if we can get a close below that. It's closed twice, 3 times. It's closed below. So let's see if we can get this thing to close below it, and let's take it. We're going to take it down to the downside. New Zealand dollar had an update yesterday. I was a little surprised when I opened my charts today. And this is another trade where, I wouldn't necessarily wait for, I think that was data from New Zealand. They had their dairy data come out yesterday, and I do not know what it was, but it came out yesterday sometime. And it was probably like wee hours of the morning for me, so I probably missed it. Of course I missed it. That's the only thing about New Zealand. Their data sometimes comes out at like 3, 4 in the morning, my time. So I think that's what that is. So we want to sell this. So, let's get a bearish candlestick formation, a nice one, and just take this down. Well, we can get out at the pivot point, which is fine. But if it goes through that pivot point, there's no reason not to go down to the next level, that daily S1. I would watch that. There is a lot of price action left to the chart at that daily pivot point, so you might have to just get out of the trade. That's why getting in the trade as quick as possible is very important. But we're bearish on this, want to sell this. But it's not ready yet. It's not ready. Well, I should say it's not ready to hit the enter button to sell yet. It's got to get below that yellow line and close. Got to have a candlestick close below that. Now, what you can do is go down to a 15-minute chart and see if it closes below that little range we're in right now. And if it's below that, just get into it and sell it. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL, Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for being with me on a Thursday. of NFP week. Big NFP numbers tomorrow. Traders, have a great trading day. Grab those pips, get some profits, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. And always remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Take care, traders. Have a good day. Talk to you next time.